Hello, good morning, everybody. Um, 2 videos in a row. Look at that. Let's talk about wrestling. Ready? Let's talk about Val Venus. So apparently, I've been seeing stuff about Val Venus over the last couple days. Actually, last few days about how I think he said Roman Reigns or no, he was talking about MJF. Sorry, he's talking about MJF. That's right. Val Venis was talking about MJF about how he can't pull as many viewers as he could back in the Attitude Era. If you don't know who I'm talking about, back in the late '90s, there was a guy called Val Venis. He had a porn star gimmick, and he was a porn star. That's pretty much his whole thing. And um God, I had it now. I don't remember. Anyway, so obviously, I'm sure everybody knows cable and stuff like that is satellite and stuff is getting completely wiped off the face of the earth because no one wants to pay for it. So everything's going to streaming, as I'm sure you all know, which I think is a good thing. By the way, I want to say, I think paying $200 to cable for a set amount of channels versus paying $200 for streaming is it's such a better deal to pay for streaming. You get so many more things. You don't have to wait. Like, this is the thing when people are like, "Oh yeah, TV used to be appointment viewing." I think that sucked. Okay, I grew up in the 2000s. I absolutely hated waiting for my show to come on. Like, I had to watch like a good hour of TV because I'm like, I don't know. Because back then, when you're a kid, you don't really understand how to control that thing. So I just be on the channel pretty much all day, waiting for stuff to come on and to watch it. And obviously, you grew up and you kind of understood more. But that stuff, you still don't really understand when you're young. So I think it's a lot better now to just click on what you want to watch and watch it. And that's it. That's all you gotta do. It's all right there. People are gonna disagree with that. I don't care. Anyway, not the point of this. Talk about Val Venis. Yeah. So back in the Attitude Era, obviously more people watched because of the late '90s, and everyone was watching wrestling at the time. And the problem I have with this though is not the streaming numbers versus the cable satellite numbers. The problem I have is Val Venis was not that popular. Seriously, he wasn't. Like, you go back to those Raws, like, he's featured like one or two segments. That's it. I've talked to people who watched that era a lot, like when it was on. I'm like, oh, hey, remember Val Venis? They're like, who the fuck is that? They don't know. No one knows who Val Venis is. I'm sorry, dude. No one knows who you are. But people know who MJF is. Oh, I'm sorry. The AEW World Champion, former AEW World Champion. I have no idea. Right now, I have not really been keeping up with AEW super hard, but people know who MJF is. People know who he is. No one knows who you are. I actually had one guy. I was talking to one guy about it. And I was like, oh yeah, I saw Val Venis said something. He's like, oh, he's still alive? People think you died. No one's heard from you in years. It's just, I think it's so funny that it's not Triple H, it's not Shawn Michaels, it's not even the New Age Outlaws, it's not any of these people, it's not Mark Henry, nobody. It's Val Venis that's saying this. Really? Val Venis? That's crazy. That actually doesn't even make sense. Why? Val Venis is trying to make the claim that he is the I don't know if he says he's the sole reason, but he said that he pulled in more viewers than MJF does, and I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I think there are people who are like, oh, that guy's cool. I don't think they're watching the show for you. You're on like 2 segments a week, maybe. Who's watching the show for Val Venis? No one. Everyone thinks you died. I think it's crazy that he's actually trying to say that he's trying to say he's more famous than MJF. I just don't believe that. I just don't believe that. Um, if I talk anymore, I'm going to repeat myself. So that's all I had. Thank you everybody for watching. Tell me what you think. Do you think Val Venus pulled more viewers than MJF does right now? Yeah. So leave that in the comments. And if you like my video, subscribe. I'll see you next time.